Tom Burnham, performance coach with American Magic. Before we talk about the day, let's just talk about your role a little bit. How would you explain it to somebody who didn't understand?
Yeah, I'm just here as the coach of the team, so kind of helping manage the day-to-day operations, and then also thinking a little bit about long-term, goals and things we want to accomplish on the water from a sailing team side, basically. A little less on the science and design side, but always get involved a little bit in that, but more of pushing for what we need to do in terms of practice for the sailing team.
It sounds like a huge role to me. Can you just talk about a typical sailing day from when you wake up to when you go to bed at night? Just run us quickly through that.
Yeah, a quick recap of the day is basically showing up early in the morning, getting ready for a debrief, having a debrief with the guys from the day before sailing, and then we go through and make sure we have our hit list for what we want to do for the day on the water. So have another catch up with some designers and everything as well before we leave the dock to make sure that we've got all the things we want to do on the water. And then once we're on the water, it's just sort of managing the process on the water with the performance chase boat with Anderson Reggio and the performance group. And so and then once we get back on the dock, we'll go back upstairs and have a quick little catch up on the things that we did today. Then I'll make a list of what we want to look at tomorrow morning in the debrief and start all over again. So busy day. Today
was quite a complex day, really. You had to wait around for breeze. When it did come, it was pretty light. It was maybe 6, 7 knots of breeze we were measuring. But sails were up. You seem to be making progress, ticking things off the list, even though the boat was in displacement mode.
Yeah, of course. There's always stuff to check on these boats. Always things to new functions, new things to tick off and try and test. And so even if we're not able to fully get up and foil, there's still little bits and pieces we can do. And we really want to keep working hard no matter what we have, and keep trying to make the best of it and not just wait around until it's perfect conditions. So making the most of it when it's not perfect. And then amazingly, the sun came out and this breeze filled in, and we had a nice 15 knot breeze for a couple of hours of sailing there. It was really amazing.
How far along the line are we now with Patriot? We've been talking about commissioning the boat, getting the boat up to 100%. How far would you judge it to
be? Yeah, we're still not 100%. There's still a lot of work to do. We're still, ticking off the boxes of some new stuff and testing some new bits and pieces. And it's just, I'm not sure we'll ever see it at 100% before we put it away for the end of the campaign. But yeah, it's always going to be a work in progress. A boat like this, it's really been a really valuable time we've got right now sailing an AC-75 here in Barcelona, and just trying to make the best of every day.
You got the marks out towards the end of the day. Once they get onto the race course, is it more about the people side of things? Is it the boat handling, the communication?
Yeah, of course. Once it's really nice. I love it when we have the marks on the water, because it certainly puts a bit of focus for the guys. It's a lot. It just gives them something to work for, and it helps everybody on board to have that plan. One of the hardest things sometimes is those sort of free practice days where you don't really know when a maneuver is coming up, and a turn up or a bear away, or and your normal out on your J24 or whatever, and your skipper just decides to throw an attack or set a spinnaker or drop a spinnaker, and you don't really know when it's coming. But as soon as we get the marks in the water, it really gives a nice direction to the team and helps define the goals of the day. So it really makes it nice.
Patriot's obviously the main focus of the team right now. From your point of view, though, have you managed to get any time to plan for Jeddah?
Yeah, we're still working and thinking about the racing next week, and doing some time in the sim and doing some time in the classroom, having some chats about it. Reading all the new documents that are coming through from the chief umpire and new rules and bits and pieces. So still spending some time working on that as well while we're ticking along with Patriot here.
with Philippe Presti, sailing coach here at Luna Rossa Prada Pirelli. Philippe, the day started with some straight line, and then the focus seemed to be switched towards maneuvers. What did you learn today?
A lot of things actually. That's all details that we're working on our design. So it was a great day just to validate what what we're expecting, and it was great. At the end, we did a bit of maneuvering just to warm up before the next regatta. So we're good.
Yeah. Regarding the maneuvers, they looked pretty dry the most, beside maybe a jibe and attack. Have you already debriefed on what happened there, or?
Yeah, basically every time at the end of maneuver, when the maneuver doesn't succeed, we have good feedback, and we understand what happened, so it's all good, no worries.
How much different do you think this America's Cup cycle will be compared to Auckland in Barcelona?
Oh, very different. The venue is totally different. Way more. The sea state will play a big role. It's also a place with the range of breeze is very change a lot, and on a very short period. So that would be very challenging conditions, I believe. And in Auckland there was a first cycle for these boats, so they were. Once you made a choice, and that's a good choice, you had an edge compared to the other competitor. This time, it's been more reflection about what was working in Auckland. So I guess all the teams, we ended up with very close boat speed and pretty similar choice, I believe.